Man United have just won in Europe, Ruben Amorim's first home game. He said that some of the players really want it. Do you feel like you saw that tonight? And if so, which players stood out?
Yeah, you can see it for sure. Like we've always said, like me and him said before the game, I don't think it's a case of the manager. I think it's a case of the players, and some players want it more than others for sure. Tonight, as you reckon?
I think certain players have stepped up. I think Mazraoui over the past few weeks is
signing of the season.
Without absolutely. A doubt, and also the price tag as well.
Delict as well. He's not spoken about enough. He's just there, man. He's there.
He's a Rolls Royce.
Yeah, he is. He's a Toyota, man. He's never going to let you down.
Ruben Amorim's got his first win as Manchester United manager. He's spoken a lot about players that want it. He's spoken about players particularly, the formation, etc. What's your overall take so far and from tonight?
Well, what I would say is players that try, press and put effort in, it's quite a big currency, and it will take you a certain distance. Obviously quality and performance beyond that will take you up another level. The starting 11 put a shift in. It didn't look like they were going to have a totally successful evening for different reasons, but you have to hand it to him because he did make changes, and we did see players that we weren't expecting. So that's a tick for him.
Overall, what were your thoughts? Happy?
Yeah, you got to be happy. It's the first result, first win, I should say. So it's a good start. It's a start.
It's a start. Okay. Well, he's spoken about how certain players really want it. And I think tonight we definitely saw a few of those players. I'm talking about Rasmus Hojlund. A lot of people have been a little bit concerned about him. He had quite a good game. Do you feel like overall he can rise to the occasion under Amorim, or do you think that another striker is still needed? Because he is quite young and it's a lot on his shoulders to, carry the goals.
I think it's still too much. You can see the effort, but you just got to think at United, it's not just about effort, it's about talent, stature. It's a full package, it's a big position to play. So for me, I'm always going to say bring back Welbs. That's what I always think. Because you need that culture in the club, understand what Manchester's about. And I just think the spine of the team, it needs to be very, very strong.
What about Rasmus Hojlund? Did he impress you tonight?
I mean, yeah, he got the 2 goals in it. But like on the overall game, I thought, it's Ruben's first home game. He's getting his ideas across. It's just the start really, and hopefully, as the games go on, he sort of implements his ideas and we sort of progress as a team, and the ideas really start to come across and we create more chances. I feel like for Rasmus, I think chance creation has been a real problem, and we need to really fix that in our attack. I think chance creation has been a problem for a while now, and Rasmus just needs to serve. He's a great finisher, so once he gets those chances, he's gonna get a load of goals.
Rasmus Hojlund, do you feel like he perhaps proved a point tonight? He overall had quite a good game. Yeah. Do you think that Man United still need a striker, or from what you've seen, do you think he's capable of rising to the occasion?
I mean, for me personally tonight, before the game, I said to the boys in the car, I don't think he's going to get one tonight, and he's proven us that he's had a great game.
That first touch and that finish remind me of Ruben van Nistelrooy.
Yeah.
He's got it in the locker.
Yeah.
I think he'll get there.
It's there somewhere. We're just
do you think they still need to bring another striker in? Because he is quite young.
Personally, yeah, I do. I don't think Xerxes cut out for it. But yeah, I think we need another striker, and then we'll go from there, basically.
Do you feel like Rasmus Hojlund proved a point tonight?
Well, it's funny because a load of people have quizzed me on Rasmus Hojlund, and I've said, do you know what? It's just a bonus that he stayed fit. Let's see him get his fitness up, and let's see where it takes us. Now today, his 2 finishes are what settles the game, and arguably now, from that, you would say he's the best finisher at the football club. Again, the confidence he gets from that, we'll see where that takes us. But it was badly needed. It means probably now he's the number 9 in possession, and he's got to take that forward. But like a lot of players, like Mason Mount, he's got to stay fit.
Where do you guys stand on the formation? It seems like he is dead set on this 3 at the back. Are you happy to see that he's sticking to his guns, or do you think that with these players he may need to change it up?
No,
it looks good actually. The way we're pressing actually looks entertaining. Like Mount.
You said it was boring at the end.
Yeah, but like I said, the first half, the way we're pressing, it was good. Mount, Garnacho, it could have been 6-2 if Garnacho like finished it, but it's just the pressing was good and the formation was good.
Talking about Garnacho, he's come under a bit of criticism really when it comes to his finishing. We can't deny the goals and assists that he's already got, but do you think that finishing touch from him needs work?
Yeah, but he is young. He's only 20, so that'll come with age, and with in training and stuff. He's going to improve. He's got. You can see the talent. You can see. He really gets you off your seat. Once Ruben gets his structure and everything in place, I think the attack will flow as well, and just everything will come into place.
Throughout the game, you could see him barking instructions at players, telling them where they should be positioned, etc. Is that what, as a Man United fan, you want to see? He's clearly dead set on this formation. We don't really want to see him having to coach in games, but considering he's not had a lot of time, we want to see that passion and him trying to get them to play his way.
Well, it's interesting that, because back in the day, Alec Ferguson barely got on the touchline. He'd send a number 2 out, only if he was absolutely adamant that something would happen. He would get up when he forcefully meant it. It depends how effective it is, but if you look at the game as a whole, you can see United's game management in Europe, and this isn't just today. It's over the last however number of years since they won the Europa League that it's left a lot to be desired. So if you're getting instructions from a manager, it's probably because he's new, and they're still fitting into it. There was an ongoing dialogue between him and Anthony in the first half, because they were quite close together. So while you're winning, it's great. I think if you're nitpicking on certain players, and I think Jose did it with Luke Shaw, it gets a bit much. But it's worked today, and players have got game time.
A lot of people have been talking about Onana and where he ranks within Premier League goalkeepers, because he has really stepped it up this season. Have you been impressed?
Yeah, very impressed. He just rose to the occasion, and I just think it's about leadership. Like I said, I go back to the word of stature. Man United is about stature, and I think Onana embodies that, and I think we just got to get that throughout the team.
And you mentioned Danny Welbeck there. Do you think that somebody like that, a little bit of an older head that's got the experience to support someone like Rasmus Hojlund, could be the key to getting him firing in all cylinders?
I think it's crucial from not just inside the club, but Manchester itself. And he's a Premiership vet, so he just knows the Prem inside out. There's nothing he's not seen, nothing that he's not experienced. He knows the old United, he knows the old Premier League, he knows the new Premier League. So I think someone like him would just be priceless. And the fact that he's from Manchester as well, that currency is priceless.
Mason Mount also had some really good moments tonight. Do you think that there was a lot of sceptical people about Mount and how he would fit in, especially under Erik ten Hag? Do you think with this new regime, this could actually work for him?
I think he's had a difficult time under the injuries. He's never really had that stint to prove himself. But I think tonight, especially with that flick for the goal, he's done a really good job, and I hope he keeps it up.
I think given the time, once he's had a few games, because he's had barely any minutes at United, I think given the time, he'll show his potential and show why we've got him.
And overall, happy so far with the Amorim era?
Happy boys.
For sure.
Happy boys.
Definitely.
Perfect, yeah.
What do you think of Mason Mount? Because there was a lot of talk about why had Man United signed him? Can him and Bruno Fernandes even play together? What kind of position could he have? Do you think in this new regime there's a place for Mount?
I think the central midfield is a big problem. The centre of that midfield is a problem, and I think there's going to be some necessary reinforcements there. I think everyone in that middle area is in muddy waters.
When you looked at Mason Mount tonight, a lot of fans have been sceptical about, especially when Erik ten Hag was in charge, how he would slot in. Do you think that there's a hope for Mason Mount in this new regime?
Well, again, my response to him, because a lot of people were asking for him to start, because Ruben Amorim had been complimentary about him in his press conferences. I said, yeah, he's at ground zero because he's now fit again. Please stay fit. But what I would say, I did see Mount's games as a number 8 when Erik ten Hag tried him there, and it didn't really work. Now, whether it is a new system, he's a dynamic presser, and you've seen tonight, he's a clever footballer. Again, we're praying he stays fit, and I hope he gets a chance to prove what a great player he is, because he is. He did it at Chelsea, and he was a first pick, one of the first on the team sheet when he was fit for England under Southgate.
What do you hope he can achieve this season at Man United?
Win the Europa League. That's the one. But Premier League will be hard to win, but Europa League's the one.
I think Premier League win is slightly out of United's grasp. I think that's fair. What about yourself?
Yeah, top four still achievable, I think. But what I really want to see is, and I think we will see it, is Ruben just sticking with this structure, with his idea. I think that's what we've been missing over the last few years, like a real identity. And I think we're going to see that with Ruben. A proper identity and a real philosophy that he's just going to stick to what his principles, and he's not going to change. He's not going to adapt for anyone, any players. And just that's the main thing I want to see above anything else. But obviously top 4, maybe win something like the Europa League, FA Cup, any of the trophies really. That'd be a nice addition.
And finally, we've got Everton on the horizon. Are there any changes in particular you would like to see? Would you like to see the Kobbie Mainoo Ugarte pair up perhaps, or just leave Amorim to pick whatever he wants?
It's an interesting one, that. The eagle-eyed spotters would notice that he took the 2 centre-halves off, which suggests that Maguire probably won't make Sunday either. Johnny Evans seems to take weeks off, so does he come into it? I don't know, but I think it means that Martinez, De Ligt and Mazraoui will probably start again. I don't know. I made a point from when he was appointed and from what he's actually told us that I wouldn't second guess what he's going to do. I think, Garnacho started both games, so I suppose there's a fair chance that he will start again, and probably Ahmad would probably play, but who knows. But I think if Rasmus looked knackered at the end of the game, I'm just hoping that he's ready to start on Sunday, because I think he does deserve to start. But other than that, the rest of apart from Onana is in goal, I think the rest of the side is up for grabs.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.